about people wanting instant gratification and kids getting into doing steroids. When I first got into steroids, I was 21, I'd already been training for 13 years. I was already powerlifting at a high level for that time. And we were scared to death of doing steroids. We would do like testosterone. You would start with one basic thing, testosterone, like 300 milligrams. And you would do a cycle of that, and then maybe you would go to 400 the next time, and then a little bit more, and maybe then you'd add some Winstrol or something else. But now what I'm seeing is I'm getting people that come to me from other coaches, and you have a 19-year-old that's already on Tren. And Tren's a big boy drug. Like, that's not anything to mess around with. You really need to have your head straight if you're going to take that. And I'm seeing people coming to me with taking a gram of Tren acetate, which is just completely ludicrous. And they want to know why their blood pressure is high and why they have low renal function and why their head's a mess and they're, screaming at their partner and going crazy. There's not enough real quality education to teach these kids that you need to earn this. This is something you do when you've gotten as high as you can do naturally. So you need to be doing this for years and years, and people don't want that. The kids come, they see the bodybuilders in the magazines, and they go, I want to put on 100 pounds now. And then they do ludicrous things, and then they screw themselves up, and then they're hypogonadal, and they're in their late 20s, and now they're having to go on HRT, which is something that you didn't really see even 5 years ago, and it's just absolutely insane. And I think part of the high-dose issue is for the last probably 10, 15 years, the underground steroids were all you could get. And it was exceptionally difficult and expensive to get quality pharmaceutical things. And we all know what happens with the underground stuff. They bring out an underground drug, and it's either properly dosed or it's got a lot, and then they build a name, and then they cut the dose in half. So people keep taking more and more and more, and then that raises the bar of the standard of how much you need to take. So probably 10 years ago, a proper dose for a girl for Anavar was, 5 to 7.5 milligrams. That was maybe 12.5. And you never went above that, and no one ever took Winstrol unless you wanted to get virilization. If you gave Winstrol, girls would take maybe 2 milligrams, and that was it. I've seen girls now on 50, 60 milligrams of Winstrol every day, Tren, test propionate. I've seen bikini girls taking all of this, plus peptides, plus growth hormone, plus Clen, plus albuterol, plus they've got girls in Australia, where I live now, in Western Australia, smoking meth as part of their pre-contest prep. Well, it's ridiculous. It came out in the papers, and I didn't believe it, so I called some friends of mine that are physique coaches in Western Australia, and they said, yeah, girls are smoking meth. And I'm like, that's wonderful. All for a plastic trophy. Awesome.